Hi there, my name is Elipironqua and today I'm going to show you how to warm up your serve for a competitive tennis match. The serve is such an essential point of the tennis game. You need to have it warmed up very well before you start serving. This is one of the biggest mistakes that I see in recreational tennis or in early junior tennis. It's people do not warm up their serves enough. They would like serve a couple of serves. They're, very impatient to start the game. It's very good to go before the match, maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes on your own. You don't need a partner for the serving. And set some goals for yourself and serve and warm up that serve. It makes wonders, honestly. It does work wonders because I see more often than not people getting their serve warmed up mid-first set. And this, you are already putting yourself in disadvantage when your serve is not warmed up. It's mid-set, you're just starting to serve well. Guess what? You didn't serve well for at least 2 or 3 games. So to avoid that, go on the tennis court a little bit before your game, match, whatever, meet, anytime you're playing points, and serve for at least 10 minutes. And now I'll show you how. So I have set up some cones for you on the tennis court. I have set up 3 cones on the Deuce side and 3 cones on the outside. On each side we have out wide serve, body serve, and down the tee serve. Okay, so these are the 3 locations where you want to place your serve. Okay, so you start with the out wide serve on the Deuce side, which I'm gonna do for you, and I'll show you how I'm warming up that serve. So I start with not too powerful serves. If your arm is not warmed up, you don't want to be hitting like super hard, right? Just make sure that you are, tossing your ball well. If the toss is not quite there, this is the perfect time to practice it right now. Work on that toss, get it where you want it, so you can have it for during the match. Okay, so we're doing a few serves in the out wide, aiming at that cone. I didn't like that toss. I stop it, I go again. So this is kind of like a very important moment to notice that I do not hit every toss that I toss. I see tremendous amount of bad tosses being hit of players that I know that can toss very well. People are impatient and they do not take the time to have a good toss to serve on their serve. It's a big problem. You could see players like the world #1 male tennis player, Novak Djokovic. He tosses his ball numerous of times just to make sure that he has it at the right spot. I mean, if Djokovic is doing it, why are we not doing it? Come on. Okay, so now I'm gonna move. I hit about 4 or 5 serves in the out wide spot. Now I'm gonna move towards the body serve. You could hit 4 or 5, or if they're not, if you're not doing very well on those serves, keep on going to 10 to 15 until you get a good feel for that first out wide serve. Now I'm starting to increase, the power as my body is warming up. My arms are getting warmed up. I can also jump a little bit more, right? So the body serve, it's great for when you are, playing at the player, at their body, and they're not very good at reacting. It's actually a great weapon. Usually most players would expect a ball on their forehand or backhand, but some players especially are not very good at moving away to hit the ball. So watch for that, and if you happen to play against a player like that, this will be super effective serve for you. So it's totally worth spending the time to warm it up. Bad toss. Okay, good toss, good result. Okay, so now I'm moving towards the down the T serve. Same thing. So as you see, my toss doesn't really change when I am placing the ball in the different spots. You kind of change the direction from your wrist. That's kind of like the best way. You don't really want to give out where your ball is going to go based on your toss, because if you play against you know, an advanced player, they will be able to read just based on your toss where the ball is going, right? So you don't want that. I do serve a second serve that is a slice serve, and I toss it very much to the right side. But this serve, it's very, very, very sliced. A player can read it and they can know the ball is going there, and they will still have a bit of a hard time. But for your first serve, for your first flat serve, make sure you have that very, you know, same toss over and over, so the player on the other side cannot read it. Okay, continue with the down the T serve. Another mistake when we serve is when we're not using our body, when we hit only from our hand. This is very limiting. It's not only putting stress on your arm, you know, when you're hitting only off of your arm, but you also are not using the body as a resource, which is the main resource in tennis, like your legs and your upper body, when you lean on the ball, especially on the serve. That was a bad toss and I hit it, so you see I'm not exempt from making bad decisions. It was right there, but it wasn't. Okay guys, so now I'm moving on the outside. We have the same. We have an out wide serve, body serve, and T serve. I'm starting with the out wide serve on this side. Same exact thing. So we're moving, you know, some people, that's an interesting observation, like their foot pointing towards the tennis net pole. And this is also where most people will be tossing their ball. I personally like to have my foot kind of like this, parallel to the line. And I like to toss my ball at about 12 o'clock or a little bit towards between 1 and 12. This is my method. I don't ask for anyone to change their method. If it's your method works for you, go for it and, you know, work on it. This has worked for me for a very long time and it's very solidified and I can control it. So my point is, I don't recommend, you know, making changes when you already have a method that works very well, unless your technique is completely like, you know, butchered. Then if you want to improve, you're gonna have to make some changes. Okay, but if you have you know, a good flat serve with a consistent toss and consistent technique of your serve, please continue with it. Starting with the out wide. It's a good one. Again, I hit the mid cone, I'm going for the out wide cone, so it doesn't really. Again, still going towards mid court. Okay, that was good. Getting in the right direction. Okay, so out wide is warmed up. Now I'm going towards the tee again. Body serve. Again, great weapon. There's a big debate on how you toss your ball. I've made one video where I said that you toss from your palm, from the palm of your hand. So you see how I'm releasing the ball from the palm of my hand. This is how I toss. This is how I was taught. A lot of people claim that you have to toss the ball kind of from the tip of your fingers. I cannot do that. Again, I've been taught with a lot of coaches that they told me that you are tossing from the palm of your hand, and I have, you know, developed great control, and this is what I teach to my students, and I can kind of oversee that process and like help them because I've been taught like that. But again, if you are tossing like this, like with your fingertips, like, you know, a lot of people claim that they do, go ahead. As long as you continue tossing it, you will get where you want. I don't think there's like a crazy big difference because I've seen both work. It's all about in the repetition. You cannot blame a particular process for not working for you if you haven't done the so-called 10,000, you know, attempts. So that's for the toss. Whoa, right there. Okay guys, moving down the tee, again 5 or 6 good serves. Oh, a lot of tees, a lot of lets in that tee serve. That tells me that my ball is flying low. I need to not close as much. But toss. Woo, right there. Okay, I just hit the cone, maybe a couple more. And down the tee serve is pretty good. Last one. Woo! Okay guys, so this is my tennis serve warm-up. I do cover all the angles. I go until I feel comfortable in each angle, and that gives me so much peace of mind when I start the tennis match. Okay, so you want to start the match with knowing I have my strongest weapon in check. For today, I did my work. I warmed up the serve. It is what it is, but I did my work to improve it just a little bit or warm it up just a little bit before the actual match started. Okay, if this video was helpful to you, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.